Veteran. It's your boy Universal Veteran here again with another video, and in today's video we are painting one of my Blood Angels Terminators. Um, Making sure that this is going properly. Alright, there we go. So, yes, we are going to be painting a Blood Angel today. And I left a lot of paint at my girlfriend's house, so that has unfortunately caused a little lag in my ability to be able to properly, but we're going to rectify that today. And by painting a Blood Angels model, a Terminator from the box. Hopefully you can see that properly. But yeah, I'm just getting everything currently set up at the moment. All the different colors of in the method of how I want to go about doing them. So I haven't necessarily gotten completely set up yet. I'm still at that point. We're gonna go gold next. Right. Alright, so yeah, we're going to paint this Blood Angels model. Whether or not we'll actually finish today is another story entirely. If I don't finish today, I will definitely finish on Sunday. I'm a couple models behind in terms of what I was planning on painting this week, but I did manage to paint 3 orcs this weekend or this week, so that's a plus in my book, to be honest. Better than nothing. But we are going to start off by painting this guy. Since I want the armor to primarily be red, I'm going to just go ahead and paint the model straight red with a dry brush. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because it's a hell of a lot simpler to paint with the dry brush in terms of overall coverage than any other method that I've found. And I'm not technically dry brushing in any way. I'm just straight painting the model all red. So yeah, it's quite the easy method. As you can see, it covers the model almost instantly in terms of absolute terms, and I'm able to move on to the other colors. Oops, well, not that color. Not that right now. We will work on the shield in a bit. But yeah, we're going to do a couple layers of corn red over top of it, and then from there we will apply Caraburn Crimson, and then from there we will add all the additional colors to the model as we go to it, you know. It's just the unfortunate part that the dry brush takes up a lot of the color itself. Are we back in the 20s? I mean, yeah, these are some old models. I got them off of eBay, relatively good price. Whether or not they came out a long time ago, I'm not entirely sure, but they're cool models regardless. Hmm. But yeah, this is relatively simple, you know. It's literally just me painting the model all corn red with the dry brush. Um, Once it all dries, then I'll go over it again with the actual brush itself just to make sure that it's covered properly, you know. Oh. This is a hell of a lot easier than trying to use a tiny ass brush to cover the whole fucking model. Um, but yeah, overall, I think he's pretty covered. There's only really a few places that I need to go over. Um, See? Nice and easy. No, you just wait for that to dry. God damn, fuck. Alright. Now we just have to wait for it to dry. The reason why I'm adding the Caribbean Crimson over this is because for my flesh tears, I want to have a real dark red. So I'm going to be using that. I found that the Crimson actually has a very dark quality to it, and it has a tendency of getting into all the recesses that I want. So it's perfect for the terms of the flesh tears models that I'm working with. But all right, now we're just gonna wait. I think this is pretty much dry. All right, time to cover this fucking model in crimson. All right, here we go. I fucking love this stuff. I'm gonna have to buy a few more bottles of this just because of how well it comes out. All right, there we go. Ooh, fuck. Alright. Now we just have to wait for this to dry. Once it dries, we will move on to the other colors in this. Alright, so we are going to go with the gold after this. Actually, no, we're going to go with the black. Because there's going to be more black on this model than anything else. So we got to pull out the Abaddon black. Add more black to this model. I'm going to go ahead and dry brush the back of this shield just because I kind of need to. Let that dry over there. I'll let this dry brush soak. In the meantime, all right, so we're gonna go black, gold, then silver, and then we will go white. I need to pull out a flesh tone for this guy. Hopefully I have a flesh tone. Blood for the Blood God needs to be out. Shit. Bugman's Glow might work. So we'll do white. White, then we'll do Bugman's Glow for the skin tone. I think I got everything for that. Airborne Crimson, and then we're going to do the edge highlighting of the red. And then, let's see, Skeleton Horde for the Purity Seals. And then from there, it's just a matter of dry brushing, or not dry brushing, highlighting. It's still drying, so we're going to have to give it a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to watch some of my TV. This model has to actually dry before I'm able to actually do anything with it. But on a good note, I managed to get 3 boxes of stuff built over the last 2 days. So I did a box of Orc Boys, which was 11 models. I got that built. And then I did the Gretchen, and then that one Orc, which was like $22, but that was 11 models as well. And then I just finished the Plague Bearers about 4 or 5 hours ago and got those built, which was nice. So those are 10 models. So we've definitely got a lot done over the last 2 days, and we definitely still have a lot to paint. But yeah. Um, it'd definitely be nice if I had more time to actually paint. I would be able to get through all my models properly. But unfortunately, I just don't have the time necessary to do that. I mean, I am making work. I am getting more done in terms of overall models, you know, but it's always endless in terms of how many models I have and how much I'm getting done. Um, it it's a never-ending cycle, to be honest. As I get more, as I get more done, I buy more, you know. So then I build more, and then it just adds to the endless sea of gray. But um, in terms of like my um, Death Guard, I'm getting a lot done with that. I'm getting really close to being completely finished with all of my Death Guard units. Um, and yeah, it's getting there. Hopefully by the time I start my new job in like August or September, I will have, I'm hoping at least another 50 miles done, but we'll definitely see. But all right, let's see. Let's see what I can do on this. Not a lot. You see how dark the red is though? It looks pretty nice though, to be honest. It's just the fucking wash is taking forever to dry. Otherwise, I would continue with it. All right. Yes.
Make sure to remind me to check on the plant tomorrow.
Okay. Why is Enter? Why is that bottle right there?
I forgot to put it away.
Go put it away.
I forgot to. Sorry. Where's the cat? I forgot it was there. Where's the cat?
All right. Is it freaking dry yet? I'm hoping.
Send the cold, please.
Mm,
Some warmness.
well, we could
Make sure
paint.
to remind me to come with this tomorrow.
I will. We could paint a little bit of this while the other parts dry. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and paint the shoulder pad black because this is Flesh Terrors. And we want to have this lore accurate as possible. Shoulder pads are going to be completely black. I was planning on live streaming earlier today, but I haven't played video games in a while because I've spent so much time just painting in general. So I actually got to trying out the new update for Space Marine 2 and playing the new operations. So I did two rounds of that before I got tired of it, and it was really good. Oops. All right. Let's see. Damn it. This other's. Fuck. Well. Trying to figure out exactly what I can paint black in the meantime, as this is going on, and the other shit's drying. But some parts of it haven't actually dried completely yet, you know? Um, damn it, come on, dry, you fucker. Mm. I think I'm going to paint this black, this little magnetic piece up here. Alright, this damn brush sucks. I'm not doing it no more. Alright, I'm going to move on to a different color because I can't finish that at the moment. The other shoulder pad. So I'm going to paint the other parts, the Retributor Gold. The brushes that I'm using actually are like disposable, so they're not really of that like great importance. So if they fucking get destroyed within one round of painting, I can just kind of throw it away, you know. Um, no, I'm not going to paint that gold. That's going to be black, in my opinion. This will, however, be gold. So gold. Trying to get all the skulls right now. This. All right. All right. All right. All right, now we can move on to the whites. We're going to paint these, all this stuff, and then we're going to add some skeleton horde to it, which will darken it out and make it look better. How's it going, Fox? Sorry I didn't say anything to you guys on Discord at all. I've just been absorbed into painting this. But I appreciate you coming in here, man. Hopefully you managed to actually paint your own stuff, too. I don't know if you've gotten to the point now to where you've built anything, but... Trying to get all these damn purity seals. I figured out how the legs and dress got to get on that. I almost pick. Oh, wow, that's unfortunate. I mean, at least you're learning something, man. You're getting there slowly but surely. And soon you'll have your own Space Marine painted, you know? Let's see. New ones in bags, all sorted with all that I want on. Well, that's good. So you're just pretty much waiting for all the glue to come in right now, is what you're saying? Well, it shouldn't take that long then. I mean, you'll be able to have it come in and get to working on them, man. Um, he is fine. I don't know where the cat went. I'll have to take a photo of him and show you exactly what he looks like. Um, shit, there's always new things that I'm keep on finding on this damn model. Yeah, it's the Blood Angels Terminator. This is one of those custom models that I got off of Amazon. Um, and every time I move the model, there's like something new to look at, which is what I'm currently struggling with. I thought I got done with all the white, but no, as I move the model around, more and more white show up that I needed to paint, you know? And so, like, these Blood Angel models have a shit ton of purity seals, so I'm like constantly finding them as I go along. Constantly having to keep painting them. Ugh, like on this shield right here. Yeah, they surprisingly a lot of the models come with a bunch of purity seals. So you'll be as you buy more and more, you'll notice that a lot of the models themselves have purity seals out the wazoo. So you'll end up with a shit ton over time. I'm not a big fan of them, not because I don't like painting them, but just attaching them is a pain in the ass. And I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. Oh, Jesus. Hold up. Let's see. Um, I can add a little bit of white in here. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with these. Damn, I don't know what color to do his fucking hair. I don't know how to do blonde. Shit. I think I'm just gonna paint his face all the way white. And his hair and whatnot. I don't know how I'm gonna paint his hair. I don't know how to do a fucking blonde hair like Sanguinius, you know? I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. Brown. Yeah. Well, I know how to do the skin color. That's not the issue. I guess brown would work. Yeah. Yeah, we can do a brown. I might lighten it down a little bit. Not so it's not so heavy. I don't need much of it. I am, however, going to paint all of the purity seals with Skeleton Horde. Coat of white and then a very thin coat of yellow. Well, I'm thinking... Hold up, let me finish this part. Andrew, it's almost bedtime. Peekaboo. Huh? Yeah. I'm just saying that it's almost bedtime though. I will let you know when it's time to go to bed. What I'm doing right now is I'm darkening the
Jesus, that was loud.
the colors. It
Oh,
was.
that was loud. Ah.
Yes, Andrew.
That was loud.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to add some white to the brown and just make it a lighter brown. That makes sense. So give me a second. Let me see what colors I can get from this. Maybe a little bit more brown to that. I think that's a good brown. Might have to do another layer, but I think that's okay for what it is. Because, like, even I have brown hair, you know, but my hair isn't fucking like that layer of brown, you know? 1 second. Skin color's not too terrible, but I've never been good at skin, to be honest. I feel like, this seems to be closer to like a very old ass fucking paper, you know, like super old. That's what I'm trying to go for with this. Let's see. Hopefully you're able to actually see what I'm doing here. Um, yeah, this hair needs to be darker. I'm gonna keep adding layers to this hair until I find like the perfect brown that I'm going for, you know? Yeah. You know, I got my cat. Well, okay. It's technically my son's cat. I got it for him. Um, I I like having animals, but I would never own them by choice, if that makes sense. So yeah, I anytime he tries to get on this table, I'm just like, get the hell off, because just don't want to deal with this shit. All right, so I'm listening. I'm all ears. Oh, so I'm assuming the the bass like constant flyovers are a pain in the ass to listen to. Is what you're implying? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was figuring that's what you were referring to. I mean, I guess that would teach you to be like a heavy sleeper, I guess. So, there's that. I'm trying to. These fucking blood seals are ridiculously small. Jesus Christ. Oh. Yeah, I would be pissed too if that woke me up, you know? That'd be quite the pain in the ass to have to constantly deal with. Jesus Christ, how many fucking blood seals does this guy have? I didn't even see this one underneath this fucking shoulder pad. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, I bet that'd be super cool to actually be able to see. Um, Still, having to deal with what you deal with is probably not a good compensation. Yep, he's screaming upstairs on his VR. Don't worry about it. He does that every time because he's playing his game. And it just so happens that my phone fucking picks up everything. You'll come to learn that's a natural state in the background for him, unfortunately. Alright, I gotta focus. Fuck the eyes, but I gotta do the eyes. Alright, we're gonna zoom in. See if I can actually get this. I need to watch my own screen because I can't. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hold up. We're zooming in straight on that fucking dot. Move it up a little bit. Oh, fuck. Ah, I don't know how to do this so you guys can see. Jesus, this is hard. His eye is so fucking small. Come on, paint. Fucking deposit. He looks kind of fucking stupid. He looks fucking dumb, man. What the fuck? It's fucking stupid. I tried to give it. I tried to do it right, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm still, no matter how many models I've fucking painted, I'm still not an expert on this shit, you know? It's not, I'm not at the levels necessary to call myself a expert level painter. So I try to get better at this purity seal shit though. The little text, having quite a light hand is important with this step, because you want to, because you know, with a regular sentence you have these like fucking spaces in the text itself, so you kind of want to imitate that as the best way that you can. But it's kind of hard when you have fucking 6 purity seals stacked on top of each other, which I don't understand, mind you. But there you go. Same thing with, I mean, this one's a little bit easier because it's, oops, hold up, let me get you in a good position so you can see. It has quite the large surface area. But it's still quite difficult because it's like you don't want to, obviously you can't write normal words. It's gonna look stupid, but like from a, you know, backwards perspective, it's gonna look pretty nice. You know, it's not gonna look the best, but nobody's like zooming in on your fucking models when you're playing the actual game. You know. I mean, granted, I don't ever intend on really playing the game in any aspect, so that's besides the fucking point. But still. I want to at least paint this stuff relatively good, you know. Yeah, I have a lot of, I have the transfer sheet. I got them off of Etsy for my Flesh Terrors. I had to order from a guy who sold it in the Philippines. It was only like 15 bucks, so it was relatively cheap. But like these models, since its shoulder pads are actually covered, I can't apply really any transfers. Um, Unfortunately, there's really nowhere I can put transfers on this fucking model, so I'm just kind of stuck with how it is at the moment. I'm going to actually move on to edge highlighting because I want to do that with this ball red and see how well it comes out. Hold up. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see how well this comes out. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see as I do this. There we go. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Oops. Or maybe not. Yeah, I definitely need a different color. Give me a second. I need piston red. I didn't think I was going to need this color, but I didn't expect the ball red to be quite light in terms of color application. I want to get close enough so you guys can see, but I don't want to be so close to where I have to have it in one angle or one spot, you know? If that makes sense. Alright, there we go. So I have Mephiston red on here right now. Oh, fuck. Just fucking covered my hand in Mephiston red. Ugh. Let's see. Damn it. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. I don't know how well you can see this, but I'll try my best to give you guys a good angle in terms of being able to see what I can do. I know, I just fucking covered my goddamn hand. The issue with this fucking model is I don't know where to add the edge highlights to. There's so much going on with these models that there's not many like areas that are like edged, you know? I don't know where to fucking put the edges at. I mean, with the regular Space Marine, it's easy because there's like, you know, just one seam, but when you have 6 fucking seams like this helmet is, I don't know exactly where to fucking put it. And then you end up in the situation to where your paint's not covering fully on the edge of your tip. So you're having to constantly add it to the fucking paint to make sure it gets equal coverage all around, you know? Yeah, well, I know that. I just trying to find a raised edge that's really difficult, especially on this model. This model is very not edge friendly. But thankfully, this is like my favorite aspect of painting these models. Like this is a cape right here, you know, so I can't necessarily go over that, but I can, however, like go over his shoes or his boots, whatever the fuck you want to call them. back of his armor though is actually pretty easy in terms of like, you know, where are the edges? Well, the edges are right there. They're fucking screaming at you in the face, you know? I'm not going to be able to finish this model tonight, unfortunately. I'm going to end up going to bed early. I have to be up early for work, and then I got to drive all the way up to my girlfriend's house. So I'm most likely going to finish this model on Sunday when I get back home. Thankfully, I'm only 6 weeks away before I end up moving up to Minnesota. So in terms of like my freedom, it's coming soon. It's getting there. I'm hoping to actually be able to have a longer painting session by then. Maybe one day, one weekend before I move up to Minnesota. I'll actually have the ability to stay home for a weekend and go about painting, you know, 4, 5, 6 models, you know. Not exactly sure on the exact amount, but I'm hoping that if I have a weekend off before I get up there, I can literally just dedicate an entire day, like Sunday or something, to just fucking straight up painting, you know? Like no building, nothing. Just wake up in the morning, 6 a.m., and just fucking go ham. Just start it, pick out like 7 models, and just say, I'm painting all of these today, and I ain't fucking doing anything else, you know? That's what I want to be able to do. Like paint until my eyes hurt. just fucking paint until I'm dead and have to take a nap because my head hurts from doing it. You know, that's the level I want to get to. I want to get to that level of fatigue. And it's not like I don't enjoy it, you know. It's not like I'd be pushing myself in that aspect. I would literally be doing something that I enjoy. But I know for a fact that it would be a struggle. Because I already struggle going past 3 hours when it comes to painting. And it's like I want to do a 24-hour session. I don't know the fuck I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it though. I swear to God, I will do it. It will be done at some point in this fucking before I move in or like during the period that I'm moving in. But it will be done. I will get a fucking big model done, or I will get like 30 Space Marines done, or something. Something will get done for that stream. Yeah. Well, thankfully, I take Ritalin for my ADHD. So I take that 3 times a day. So it actually helps me out for the first like hour and a half after I take it because it like gives me that energy boost, you know. But yeah, a Titan. What do you mean? Are you talking about for the 24-hour stream? I'm gonna glue this back on here real quick because I'm about to get off here. I'm actually hitting my wall in terms of what I'm willing to do. Are you talking about like one of those like Warlord Titans? Oh, a Titan. Duh. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, like I was thinking more like an Imperial Knight, or I was thinking like Mortarion. You know, Mortarion, or like one of those other bigger models. Here, I'll give you. I'm not gonna. Let me hold this together real quick and let it dry, and then I'll give you some examples of what I'm thinking. So, I'm thinking I'm just gonna move this fucking thing so you can see me while I chat. 1 second. So I'm thinking something along the lines of, let's see, go to Amazon. So I have a few models in my collection that I want to actually go ahead and paint, or I have in my cart wise. You have this Nurgle Rotbringer. I can't really show it to you. Well, maybe I can. Give me 1 second. So I was thinking about something like that. Maybe painting like that model for a 24-hour stream, or let me find another one. I'll go to my Amazon lists. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. My lists. I gotta find it first. Give me 1 moment. That or this one. It's the Glotkin. A big old fucker. I think that one would be pretty cool to paint too. That or let me find the other one I was thinking of. If I even have it in my list. Oh, I don't. Okay, that or Mortarion. And then if it doesn't come down to that, then it's like, fuck. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly which one I would want to do. I know this Monday, when I get paid on Monday, I'm going to go ahead and get these guys. I'll show you real quick. So I'm going to get these guys, the Squig Herd. It's a pack of 12 for $50. I think it's actually, they're fucking cool for orcs. And then I was thinking about getting these guys, Death Watch veterans, just because I like the shield on this guy. The shield looks cool, and all these other weapons are pretty cool too. And I was just going to paint them in Flesh Tearers tone. I have literally fucking like 49 items on my Amazon cart, so I have quite the selection of things that I want to get. So over the course of the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. Over the next 6 weeks, I'm going to be getting probably $90 worth of miniatures every week on Mondays. So this next week, next Monday, will be these Squig Herds, and then the Death Watch Kill Team, and then from there I'll probably get another pack of these Gloom Spite Gits. I think I showed you that earlier on Discord, and then some what the fuck are these? These Black Templars. I like how they look. I like their swords. But I managed to get, I'll show you what I got done in terms of models. So these are all of the orcs. I built that pack of 10, and then I got the little Gretchen guys done. My fucking son's screaming upstairs. And then I finished with the Plague Bearers. So these guys are pretty cool. I like how they look. I'm going to paint them all up. I got all the Etsy ones put together. And then you have the Nurglings and the other guys from Age of Sigmar that I need to paint up. But I'm not willing to touch these until I get them based. These are all the Space Marines. I primed all of them, and I did a Xenophil highlight on this guy and another Space Marine just to see what it looks like. This is all the random shit that I have. This was all from that Facebook Marketplace guy. Literally all of this was given to me basically for free. So I'm kind of up in the air about what I want to do. But this is all my, these are all my Flesh Tears that I finished so far. This is all the Custodes that I've done so far. I'm pretty much done with the Custodes, to be honest. There's not that many models. This is all the Death Guard, and then you got 2 boys over there. And then the top is, these are the big models that I need to finish. The Dreadnought and the tank are done. This guy needs to be done. These 2, that one, that one, that one, and that one need to be done as well. But needless to say, I have a lot done, or a lot to do, and a lot to work on. Yeah. So I'm not hurting for things to do. I'm gonna hold this one off for Sunday. I'm gonna finish him up on Sunday and go from there. I'm not even done with him yet, so you'll have to wait until Sunday's stream, and then I will finish him up. But I'm gonna get all my stuff packed up. I will probably paint some boys, some orc boys this weekend, because I have that combat patrol box at my girlfriend's house that I need to finish. And then when I get home on Sunday, I'm gonna finish this guy, and then I have these 2 models that I need to get done. Another Death Guard and another Terminator. So that's 3 right there. And then from there, it's just picking the next. You know, these are all the based and whatnot. So pretty much 2 Death Guard and 2 Terminators for next week. So yeah, we're getting there slowly. I might actually do 3 Death Guard next week because I have a shit ton of extra Death Guard to work on versus the Terminators. I need to start like evening this shit out properly because this is way uneven at the moment. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 Death Guard and only 5 fucking Terminators. 6 and 7 if you include that one. So they're quite not equal. But before I do anything else, I'm going to finish all of those, and then I will proceed to base another. Once this entire cooking tray is finished, I'm going to base, prime, and whatnot an entire cooking tray worth of shit, and I'm going to equal it out. So there will be an equal amount of Death Guard, Orcs, and Space Marines to work on. I'm going to save that last Custodian guy for last, just because, you know, it's the last one I have, so I want to make sure he looks good. Cat, all right, you wanted to see the cat? Come here, you shithead. I don't know what's up with you and your constant, like, obsession with my desk. Here, show the world your face. Yes, hi. So here's the kitties. Yes. You just want some loves, don't you? If he just would stop getting on my fucking desk, I wouldn't really care much, you know, but he's an asshole. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this one here. I will catch you guys Sunday. I will post more stuff on the weekend as I paint the orcs and whatnot, and go from there. But yeah, I'll see you Sunday night, probably around 9 o'clock or so, and go from there. All right, kiddies. But I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good rest of your night. And yeah. Ander!